Utica, New York. I'm at the head of the canal path, which is down here on the right behind that blue van. And this is the New York State Department of DOT and Canal, I call it the maintenance garage. At the park and ride, this is also used for overflow for the throughway exit. When people carpool, they could also park over here. And there's the Utica Tower. You could see at nighttime from the throughway. It's lit up very nicely. And I'll be keeping track of the mileage and some of the sights that you'll see on your bicycle ride from Utica to Rome or Stanwix. There's the barge canal just beyond those signs, and let's get going. Here we are at the first lock you'll have to cross. It's the Utica Harbor Lock. Goes down to Utica. And a lot of times I see them bringing barges of steel through here for the maintenance. Down that way they'll load them onto the barges in the harbor, bring them up here through the canal system, the lock system rather, and from here go either east or west, whichever direction they'd like to travel. And you can see the gangway there that we have to cross, fairly narrow. I've learned to definitely get my feet out of the stirrups before I go over that. Fortunately, it's got rails because I'm prone to tipping over sometimes. Yep. Hello again. We've just covered about 9/10 of a mile, and here there's 3 bridges here. We already went under one, but this is Route 12 North and Route 8. Okay. Those will take you to place the Adirondack Park out of Utica is not far off. Oh, sorry. Yep, some traffic. Worth a startle here. Okay, and then in the distance you can see beyond that gentleman the railroad bridge, and we'll stop there as well. Oh, here we are at 1.25 miles, one of the towers for overlooking the Utica Marsh. And it looks like they have to trim some trees in front of it. The visibility will be gone in a few years. Okay, here we are at 1.5 miles away from the canal facility. Railroad tracks, okay? The Susquehanna I've seen up through here, and also the Adirondack Railway when heading north to Thendura and things, Old Forge. It comes this way. Okay, now at the bottom of this hill, very important, be sure to take a right-hand turn. Do not follow the road as one would want to with gravity on your side, staying on the pavement. Be sure to exit right down there at the bottom. You could see the post there perhaps. Where the heck are they? There they are, 3 of them. Be sure to take a right-hand turn. Following that road, you'll take you into a undesirable place in Utica, unless you want to buy some illegal drugs and things like that. Do not follow. There used to be old auto parts and things like that, tire fires, a lot of bad people, so don't go down that road, people. And then here to the left a little further, you could see the long stretch of railroad tracks. Now, the best thing about this, walk this, on a nice sunny day, you'll find turtles. They'll get up to the tracks, migrating east or west, and they are bound and determined to get across, and they'll keep trying. I have found turtles, I don't know how it got there, but in the middle of the tracks. Only to be stuck on another set of rails after it got across the first one. And generally I'll pick them up and I'll put them in the direction that I think they're going in. And it's a great place to find turtles. One time, within 1/8 of a mile, I found 2 nice painted turtles, not snappers, but the painted turtles. Very, very cool. turtles, not like the snapping turtles. Be careful, snapping turtles have a long neck, and you try to pick them up from the sides, they could reach right around and grab you. So always grab those guys by the back of the shell or the tail. Maybe I'll take a walk down, see if I could get a picture of one. No turtles today, darn it. Maybe last night we had our first frost, so that might be why they're awful slow getting started today. I'll walk back to my bike. I didn't want to put clock too much of a mile on there before we could keep track. Okay, now I'm at the bottom of that hill with the Y in the road and the right hand turn I told you to take. You come to a parking area of some sorts, and then over here the trail will continue. Yeah, it's a canal pass, so just remember, stay close to the canal. And there's that nice railroad bridge. Okay, I'm looking back to the east. I just went underneath this bridge, which is Route 30 or Mohawk Street, and there is a parking lot right off of it to the trailhead, and if you need anything, you could go out the parking lot, head across this bridge here north. Here comes a group of bikes, and they have John's Pizza, a Fast Track, and also a Dunkin' Donuts over there. And right there in the not so far distance is Interstate Route 90, and beyond that, if I could get in there, is Lock 20. Very popular here in the valley. They have concerts there, there's camping, and more on that shortly. Alright, here we are at Lock 20. So they say nice camping area. There's restrooms right across the canal there. You get by a catwalk across the locks, and it says my bike's a commuter bike, and I'd be going to work 6 o'clock in the morning through here. Sometimes during the summer there'd be 3 or 4 tents set up. Very nice. See, and it is welcome and encouraged. Get some pictures of those tugs because they're good looking craft. Yeah, we're still here at Lock 20, just one more buoy boat, and I'm not sure if I mentioned we're 4.5 miles out from the North Genesee Street parking area. Okay, we're 5 miles from the parking area now, and I just crossed that little bridge. I believe that feeds the Mohawk River from the canal, and this is where the trail starts to change from asphalt to very small fine gravel. All in all, it's a nice path right up on through to where we have to exit to go across for Oriskany. Okay, I just came under this bridge here, which is Route 32 or River Street, and you have to make a left-hand turn. Do not follow that. That's a farmer's road. Okay, when you see this sign up here from New York State, follow that up. It'll take you to Route 32. Hop on that 2-laner. It's got a nice big shoulder. Here we are at the top of the ramp coming from the parking lot. And there's signs for the Mohawk River. The canal path also with the arrow leading you across the Mohawk River and the railroad tracks. Okay, I just came down across the railroad tracks, now on 69. Here's nice and easy. I have forgotten water in the morning and have stopped in there at before on my way to work, and picked up bottled water, very handy. Just happy to see it open. There's the sign for Route 69, and right beyond that car wash, which we just seen on the right side, where that car is pulling in now, is the trailhead for the old Erie Canal path. More on that soon. Okay, just left the village of Oriskany, about 3/4 of a mile now. We're 9 miles away from the Utica parking lot, and on the old Oriskany Trail, this is Thomas Road, the first paved road you'll come to, heading west. This is the old Erie Canal bed. Like I say, I like this trail. You're literally on the trail that the mules and foot travelers used to take. Here's some of the old original wall. This was undoubtedly a lock area here, and for you could see the water level on the other side. It's grown in pretty much more shallower. This was a lock. A little story. Up there's Route 69. Little story of a lock. This is told from an old gentleman of 70 years old that I know. He says the toughest lady he ever knew ran a produce barge on the old Erie Canal, and she had a mouth on her. You'd come to a lock, there might be some boats in front of her that wanted to go through the lock first, but her and the law stating that they'd have produce aboard, they had first rights, first dibs to go through the lock first. And of course the other boats traveling, they wouldn't appreciate that much, but she was right and let them know so. We're about 9 1/4 miles now off the parking area. Not sure if you could see. Here's an old stone wall from an inlet that came through Oriskany. And I believe that's Bloody Creek from the Battle of Oriskany during the American Revolutionary War. About 300 rebels, or should I say patriots, rebelling against the Crown of England. You are going through part of the battlefield back here, because the Mohawk River is on our right. After the battle, the Tories and the Crown forces actually took American patriots and bayoneted them to trees along the canal for those traveling, as you were, the Mohawk River, for those traveling by bateau as a warning of things to come. And on that day in August, about 300 or so men from the Mohawk Valley, German Flats, Deerfield, Herkimer and whatnot, they lost their lives in that battle, and you will be passing through parts of it. It was, you don't need scary movies. The war, if you read a little about it, poor guys went and were scalped and cut off at the knees and sent back to the American lines, and all sorts of very horrible stories that came out of there. Some wood ducks. I'm making them nervous. It's too bad. And in the spring, there's no algae growing on the water. Unfortunately, the summer months, yeah, it has a tendency to grow. And but in the spring, very nice time to come in the spring. No foliage on the trees. You could see much better and things. One turtle left on the log. Just not even 30 seconds ago, there was 4 of them up there. But I scared them when I stopped. Some of the sights, it looks to be a painted turtle. Gee whiz, I apologize for the... But again, it's much better in real life. Okay, here we are just shy of 10 1/4 miles from the parking lot. And Interesting old wall along the Erie Canal, and going across an old lock or something. You can see the concrete dome there. Some farmer made a permanent bridge across here for equipment. And I wish I could get more pictures of the turtles. Probably seen about 15 of them so far, but when I stop they hop in the water and disappear. In the springtime, like I say, they'll be up here digging holes and planting their eggs right on the trail. And then, you know, a few weeks later, you look it up, Google it, but then they hatch and they all come about, and you got all these miniature turtles. I picked one up. He felt right in the palm of my hand. It was just a little miniature, perfectly formed turtle. With all, you know, the nails and everything, and just out of the shell within, a few days or whatnot. He never made it off the path anyway, or he was recrossing it, but they're a sight to see. Like I say, this is a really good path to go on. I like it. It's fairly good. I don't know if you'd want narrow tires on here, but I say my bike with its wider tires seems to work very well. Hi, this is Reber Road, R-E-B-E-R. It's the second road. Beyond this point, we're at the 10.9 mile mark, is probably where the trail withholds the most moisture after a rain. And a bike with narrow tires, you probably wouldn't want to take. You'd want to take a left-hand turn, go up Reber to Route 69, and head west from there to Rome and Stanwix. It'll be much easier for you. 69 does have a nice wide shoulder. And also, I'll be honest, in the mornings on my commute to work, after a rain, I'll get off the path here and head up to Route 69 and take it into Rome. I have met two men. They were traveling. They had a lot of gear on their bikes, and they couldn't wait to get off this portion of the trail. Matter of fact, they were heading east to Utica, and they had enough of the old Erie Canal path that they went up here to Route 69 and headed east into Utica. Sometimes it is an easier path with the narrower tires. Yeah. Another turtle story. I was coming here one morning very early, and I saw in the distance what appeared to be a black garbage bag of all things in the middle of the path. Sure enough, I get up to it, and it's a darn big old snapping turtle, probably weighed about 30 pounds. And very prehistoric looking things, yes. Alrighty. Here we are again, stopped. Not sure how this works, but evidently they had the drainage control for the level of the canal through here. This is one of the portions of the trail, the old Erie Canal. There's my bike right there. Interesting stonework. A little bit of effort to get down here, but not too much. A couple of keystones. At this point in the trail, we're at 11.4 miles where that nice stonework was. There's my bike. The trail does change to pavement. For about a half, 3/4 of a mile or so. A little bit of a teaser to give you a break from the gravel. Although the gravel really isn't that bad, except after a rain here in this area, which I hope to get some pictures of. Yep, through here you could see a bike just came through not too long ago, and it hasn't rained in days, but he left a fresh mark, you know, indentation through there. Okay, here we are in Stanwix, the end of this portion of the trail, and it says Utica 12. However, my cat eye Velo, I think it's a Velo 7, reads, and I do have it set for 700 tires. 13.3 miles. I didn't think I went down the railroad tracks too far looking for turtles there, and sure did see a lot of them on this path, the old Erie Canal. It's very nice. Hope this gave you some insights as some of the sights you'll see. And there's some more canal stories I got. Got attacked by a Canadian goose one morning. In the spring, they travel in, they mate for life, and they travel in pairs, of course. And they had a young chick with him. He was on the canal path, flew right up even with my chest cavity, and the wingspan was from wheel tip to wheel tip on my bicycle. And the darn thing tried to bite me. I'm glad it didn't get caught in the spokes at all, and showed me who's boss. Came at me like if you were ever attacked by a rooster when you were a kid. I have. Well, it's something very similar to that. But anyway, hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Here we go. What road name? Adirondack Central. Quite a few people. Mohawk Adirondack Western. Very nice. Timed that one right. Terrific. What an end to a good end anyway. Not sure if the video was very good, but hope you liked it. Bye.